It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming the world for your problems. People often point fingers at their upbringing, the economy, or even bad luck, thinking these external forces are the reason they're stuck. But here's the thing. Staying in this victim mindset only reinforces the belief that you're powerless. Imagine someone who constantly says, "I can't save money because I don't earn enough." That thought alone becomes a subconscious money block, keeping them in a cycle of scarcity. The truth is, the moment you take responsibility for your life, you shift from being a victim to a creator. A creator mindset is all about owning your choices and emotions. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," a creator asks, "How can I afford this?" It's a subtle but powerful shift that reprograms your mind for wealth. Take Sarah, for example. She used to blame her financial struggles on her low-paying job. But when she started learning about millionaire habits and adopting a wealth mindset, she realized she could create opportunities. She started freelancing on the side, and within a year, her income doubled. The difference? She stopped waiting for life to change and decided to change herself. This shift doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means facing them head-on with a sense of control. When you embrace a creator mindset, you start seeing problems as puzzles to solve, not roadblocks. You stop saying, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" This is the foundation of a financial freedom mindset. And here's the kicker. Once you start thinking like a creator, you'll notice how your energy changes. That's when the real magic begins, because your relationship with money is about to take center stage. Your relationship with money is like any other relationship. It's shaped by the stories you've been told and the experiences you've had. Think back to your childhood. Were you told that money doesn't grow on trees, or that rich people are greedy? These beliefs, often passed down from parents or society, create subconscious money blocks that stick with you for life. If you grew up associating money with stress or scarcity, it's no wonder you feel stuck. But here's the good news. Just like any relationship, this one can be healed. The first step is recognizing the patterns. For instance, do you feel guilty when you spend money on yourself? Or maybe you avoid looking at your bank account because it triggers anxiety. These are signs of a scarcity mindset, a belief that there's never enough to go around. On the flip side, people with an abundance mindset see money as a tool, not a source of fear. Take John, who used to think saving was impossible because he barely made ends meet. Once he started tracking his spending and shifting his money beliefs, he realized he could save small amounts consistently. Over time, those small steps snowballed into financial freedom. Reprogramming your mind for wealth starts with changing how you feel about money. Instead of seeing it as something to chase or hoard, start seeing it as energy, something that flows in and out. Practice gratitude for what you have, even if it's not much. When you're grateful, you signal to your brain that you're already abundant, which rewires your financial psychology. And here's the kicker. The more you shift your emotions around money, the more you'll attract it. But to truly change, you'll need to dig deeper into the emotions and memories tied to your financial story. Emotions are like the glue that binds your memories, especially when it comes to money. Think about it. Those moments of financial stress or joy stick with you because of the emotions tied to them. Maybe you remember the anxiety of watching your parents argue about bills or the thrill of getting your first paycheck. These emotional imprints shape your money beliefs, often without you even realizing it. The problem is, if those memories are rooted in lack or fear, they keep you stuck in a scarcity mindset, replaying the same patterns over and over. Negative emotions like stress, guilt, or shame around money don't just live in your head. They live in your body. Every time you feel that knot in your stomach when you check your bank balance, your brain reinforces the belief that money equals stress. But here's the flip side. Positive emotions like gratitude and joy can rewire your brain for abundance. For example, instead of focusing on what you don't have, try celebrating small wins, like paying off a bill or saving a little extra this month. These moments, no matter how small, create new emotional memories that align with a wealth mindset. The key is to consciously create positive emotional experiences around money. One powerful way to do this is through visualization. Picture yourself living your dream life, feeling financially free, secure, and abundant. Don't just see it, feel it. Imagine the relief of being debt-free or the excitement of buying your dream home. When you combine these elevated emotions with clear intentions, you're not just daydreaming, you're reprogramming your subconscious. And this is where things get interesting because the energy you put out starts to connect with something much bigger: the quantum field. The quantum field might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's really just a fancy way of describing the invisible energy that connects everything in the universe. Think of it as a giant web where your thoughts, emotions, and intentions send out signals. When you focus on elevated emotions like gratitude, love, or joy, you're essentially tuning into a higher frequency. It's like dialing into a radio station that broadcasts abundance. The clearer your intention and the stronger your emotion, the more aligned you become with the future you want to create. Here's where it gets practical. Your energy is like a magnet. If you're constantly stressed about money or stuck in a rich versus poor mindset, you're broadcasting lack, and guess what? That's exactly what you'll attract. But when you shift to an abundance mindset and start feeling wealthy before the money shows up, you're sending a completely different signal. Take Maria, for example. She started practicing daily gratitude for the little things, like having food on the table or a roof over her head. Over time, she noticed unexpected opportunities popping up, from job offers to financial windfalls. Coincidence? Not quite. The trick is to combine elevated emotions with crystal clear intentions. It's not enough to just feel good. You need to know exactly what you want. Visualize your dream life in vivid detail, how it feels, looks, and even smells. Then act as if it's already yours. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about aligning your energy with your goals. And here's the kicker. When you do this consistently, the quantum field starts working in your favor. But to truly harness this power, you'll need to overcome one of the biggest obstacles: your attachment to lack. Most people live their lives waiting for something external to change before they feel abundant. I'll be happy when I get that raise. Or, I'll feel secure once I have X amount in the bank. Sound familiar? The problem with this mindset is that it keeps you stuck in a loop of lack. You're constantly chasing, never arriving. The truth is, abundance isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. And it starts by feeling abundant now, even if your circumstances haven't caught up yet. Overcoming lack means flipping the script. Instead of focusing on what's missing, focus on what you already have. This doesn't mean ignoring your goals. It means shifting your energy. For example, if you're stressed about debt, instead of obsessing over the number, celebrate every small payment you make. Each step forward is proof that you're moving in the right direction. This simple shift in perspective can reprogram your mind for wealth and help you break free from the scarcity versus abundance mindset that keeps so many people stuck. Here's a powerful exercise. Every morning, take a few minutes to feel the emotions of your desired future. Imagine the freedom of financial security, the joy of giving generously, or the peace of knowing you're debt-free. Feel it as if it's already real. This practice sends a signal to your brain and body that abundance is your new normal. And here's the magic: when you feel abundant, you start to act abundant. You make better decisions, attract better opportunities, and align with the life you've been dreaming of. But to amplify this process, you'll need to tap into the coherence of your brain and heart. When your brain and heart are in sync, you become a powerhouse of creation. Science shows that the heart generates a magnetic field far stronger than the brain's, and when the two are coherent, working together in harmony, you amplify your ability to manifest. Think of it like tuning an instrument. If your brain is focused on abundance but your heart is stuck in fear or doubt, the signal you're sending out is distorted. But when both are aligned, you're broadcasting a clear, powerful intention to the universe. Achieving this coherence isn't as complicated as it sounds. It starts with simple practices like deep breathing and gratitude. For example, when you feel stressed about money, pause and place your hand on your heart. Take a few slow breaths and think of something you're deeply grateful for. Maybe it's your family, your health, or even a small win from the day before. This shifts your emotional state and brings your heart into coherence. Over time, this practice rewires your financial psychology, helping you develop a financial freedom mindset that feels natural and effortless. The magic happens when you combine a coherent heart with a focused brain. Let's say you're visualizing your dream life, financial security, freedom, and abundance. If your heart is radiating gratitude and your brain is locked onto that vision, you're creating a magnetic field that draws your desires closer. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a proven way to reprogram your mind for wealth. And here's the kicker. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to break old patterns and step into a new reality. Breaking old patterns is like untangling a knot. You have to first see where the loops are before you can loosen them. Most people don't realize they're living on autopilot, repeating the same thoughts, emotions, and behaviors every day. These unconscious habits are often tied to past experiences, especially around money. For instance, if you grew up hearing, "we can't afford that," your subconscious likely adopted a scarcity mindset. The key to change is awareness, becoming conscious of the thoughts and feelings that no longer serve you. Once you're aware of these patterns, the next step is to disrupt them. Let's say you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to save enough." Instead of letting that thought spiral, pause and replace it with a new one, like, "I'm learning to manage my money better every day." It might feel awkward at first, but that's a sign you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. It strengthens whatever you practice. By consistently choosing thoughts aligned with a wealth mindset, you're reconditioning your subconscious to support your goals. The real challenge is staying consistent, especially when old emotions resurface. This is where tools like meditation and journaling come in handy. Meditation helps you disconnect from the noise of the external world and focus on your inner state, while journaling allows you to track your progress and identify triggers. Over time, these practices help you break free from the rich versus poor mindset and create new habits that align with your vision. And as you start to see results, you'll realize that transformation isn't just possible, it's inevitable. But the process of change doesn't stop here. It's about building momentum and stepping into a new way of being. Change is messy, uncomfortable, and often downright frustrating, but it's also where the magic happens. Most people resist change because it feels unfamiliar, and the brain craves familiarity, even if it's not serving you. Think about it. How many times have you tried to stick to a budget or start saving, only to fall back into old habits? That's because your subconscious is wired to keep you in your comfort zone. But here's the thing, growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you're willing to step into the unknown and trust the process. The process of change starts with small, consistent actions. Let's say you want to reprogram your mind for wealth. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire financial life overnight, start with one habit, like tracking your expenses or practicing daily gratitude. These small wins build momentum and signal to your brain that you're serious about change. Over time, these habits compound, creating a ripple effect that transforms not just your finances but your entire mindset. Remember, millionaire habits aren't built in a day. They're built in the moments when you choose progress over perfection. What makes this process so powerful is that it rewires both your brain and body. When you visualize your goals and feel the emotions of already achieving them, you're literally creating new neural pathways. At first, it might feel like you're faking it, but that's just your old self resisting the new. Stick with it. The discomfort is a sign that you're breaking free from the past and stepping into a new reality. And as you keep practicing, you'll notice something incredible. Abundance starts to feel like your natural state. But to truly embody this, you'll need to understand that abundance isn't just about money. It's about who you become in the process. Abundance isn't about the size of your bank account. It's about how you feel inside. You could have millions in the bank and still feel empty, or you could have just enough and feel like the richest person in the world. True abundance is a state of being, not a number. It's about feeling whole, free, and grateful, regardless of your external circumstances. When you embody this mindset, you stop chasing wealth and start attracting it. Why? Because abundance flows to those who already feel abundant. Think of abundance as a way of showing up in the world. An abundant person doesn't hoard money out of fear. They use it as a tool to create, give, and grow. They don't see opportunities as limited, they see them everywhere. Take Lisa, for example. She used to believe that success was a zero-sum game, where someone else's win meant her loss. But when she shifted to an abundance mindset, she started collaborating with others instead of competing. The result? Her business grew faster than she ever imagined, and she felt more fulfilled in the process. Living in abundance means focusing on what you have, not what you lack. It's about appreciating the little things, like a kind word, a sunny day, or a moment of peace. This gratitude creates a ripple effect, rewiring your brain to see the world through a lens of plenty. And here's the kicker. When you feel abundant, you naturally attract more abundance. It's not magic, it's alignment. But to make this a lasting state, you'll need practical tools to anchor this mindset into your daily life. Practical steps are where the rubber meets the road. It's one thing to talk about abundance and reprogramming your mind for wealth, but how do you actually do it? Start with meditation. This isn't just about sitting in silence. It's about disconnecting from the noise of the external world and tuning into your inner state. For example, try a guided meditation that focuses on abundance. Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations are a great place to start. As you meditate, visualize your desired future in vivid detail. Feel the emotions of already living that life, whether it's financial freedom, security, or joy. Another powerful tool is visualization. This isn't just daydreaming, it's mental rehearsal. Athletes use it to prepare for big games, and you can use it to prepare for your dream life. Picture yourself achieving your financial goals, paying off debt, growing your savings, or even buying your dream home. But don't stop at the image. Immerse yourself in the emotions. Feel the pride, the relief, the excitement. This emotional connection is what signals your brain and body to align with that reality. It's like planting a seed in the quantum field and watering it with your energy every day. Finally, practice gratitude and self-regulation. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, while self-regulation helps you stay aligned with your goals. For instance, if you're tempted to overspend, pause and ask yourself, does this align with the future I'm creating? These small moments of awareness add up, helping you build millionaire habits over time. And don't forget to shift your focus from external validation to internal transformation. The more you anchor these practices into your daily life, the more natural they'll feel. But here's the thing, having a supportive community can make all the difference in staying consistent. No one succeeds alone, especially when it comes to transforming your money mindset. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can be the game changer you didn't know you needed. Think about it, if you're constantly around people who complain about money or believe wealth is out of reach, it's easy to absorb those beliefs. But when you're part of a group that practices abundance, shares millionaire habits, and encourages growth, it reinforces your own transformation. It's like being in a room where everyone's energy lifts you higher. A great example of this is mastermind groups. These are communities where like-minded individuals come together to share ideas, hold each other accountable, and celebrate wins. Imagine being in a group where people openly discuss strategies for reprogramming their minds for wealth or overcoming subconscious money blocks. The energy is contagious, and the insights are invaluable. If you can't find a local group, online communities or courses led by experts like Dr. Joe Dispenza or others in the financial psychology space can be just as impactful. The beauty of a supportive community is that it keeps you consistent. On days when you feel stuck or tempted to fall back into old patterns, having people who understand your journey can make all the difference. They remind you of your goals, celebrate your progress, and push you to keep going. And here's the best part. As you grow, you'll inspire others in the group to do the same. It's a cycle of abundance that benefits everyone involved. But now that you've got the tools, the mindset, and the support, the question is, are you ready to make money flow like crazy? Now that you've got the tools to reprogram your mind for wealth, the question is, what are you going to do with them? Will you keep living in the same patterns? Or will you take the leap and start creating the financial freedom you deserve? Remember, abundance isn't something you wait for. It's something you create. Every thought, every emotion, every action you take from this moment forward is shaping your future. So what kind of future are you building? Here's your challenge. Start today. Meditate, visualize, practice gratitude, and take small, consistent steps toward your goals. Don't just think about abundance. Feel it, live it, embody it. And don't forget to surround yourself with people who lift you up and inspire you to keep going. The journey won't always be easy, but the rewards? They're life-changing. Imagine looking back 30 days from now and realizing you've completely shifted your money mindset. How would that feel? If you're ready to keep learning and growing, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And here's one more way to amplify your impact. Share this content with your family and friends. By spreading these ideas, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping others break free from scarcity and step into abundance. Let's keep building this wealth mindset together, because the life you've been dreaming of is closer than you think.